Hey, what is up guys? My name is Andy. Welcome to the show and Happy New Year. I hope you guys have an incredible time with friends and family, and I hope you have a incredible 2023. So today I am doing an SOTC from the beginning of the 2023 because I want to make my collection smaller. So I want to see how it started in 2023 and now how it's going to end down the road to 2024. I'm gonna make some changes to my collection, and well, I want you to know, guys, which ones I have right now, and maybe which ones are for sale for you guys. If you wanna send me an email or something, or a message from Instagram, and do you want that watch, I'll make it happen and I'll send it to you. And I'll sell it to you. So let's begin with all my G-Shocks and Casios. Not that they are not that important, but I really like my Casios and my G-Shocks. I have 4 G-Shocks and I have a lot of Casios. I do really like them. I usually don't wear them that much, but sometimes I do wear them. I do enjoy them. Sometimes I lend them to my wife and lend them to friends just to have some fun, and I throw them on when I go and play with my kid or with my dog, because they are watches that could be replaceable super easy, and everybody has got to have Casio. So I'm gonna get all those out of the way. I have too many Casio F91s, FW91s, and derivatives, but I really like them. Next, I have all my watches that I really love, and they are my core of the collection. They are my backbone of the collection, if I may say. First of all, we have to start with the best buy that I made in 2022 is the Rolex Explorer 1, the 36 millimeters, the new one that Rolex released past years. And I really like this watch. I've been really enjoying it. It's just seamless on the wrist. Nobody cares about that watch. Nobody noticed that it's a Rolex, so that's a good thing. I really like this piece. I hope I get to have this piece throughout all my life. This is going to be an heirloom for my kids, so I really like this watch. I really always wanted it ever since I started collecting watches. That's why I bought the Tudor Black Bay 36, because I wanted this watch and I couldn't have it. But now I do have it and I'm super pleased. Then I bought a Tag Heuer. This Tag Heuer is a cool watch because it's a lesser known Bond watch. This Timothy Dalton wore this watch back in the day. It was like a professional 200, something like that. But this is an Aqua Racer and it's called a Night Diver. This is an incredible watch. I really like that the dial is all loomed. The watch is 43 millimeters, but it doesn't feel like 43 millimeters. For me, the thickness of the watch is just not there. It's a thin watch for its big proportions. And with the DLC coating, it's just beautiful and it hasn't scratched at all. And I use it a lot to, I don't know, go for runs, go for walks, and use it just for use it casually and stuff. I really like how this watch looks, and I also like that this is a forgotten Bond watch, and actually it just only shows like for a second in Timothy Dalton's Bond movie that I think it's called Dying Lights or something like that. I don't remember, but it's a nice and cool watch to have. Now, then I was looking for an incredible watch that is the Santos, and I was searching for this watch like for 6 months. Because of the pandemic, Cartier wasn't sending watches, so it was a bit of a hard time for me to get this one. But then I got it. I finally found one, and I didn't hesitate. I bought one. This has been most worn watch of the year of 2022. I really like the weight. There's none. It actually weighs less than, or actually maybe equal than my Pelagos 39. That is a titanium watch. And I really like how this watch looks with everything. It's very sporty. I like the white dial, and the overall watch is just beautiful. I really like the 70s vibe that this watch has. and it's one of my all-time favorites too, right aside the Rolex Explorer. The Rolex Explorer being the first one and the most worn in 2022. So then we have the Tudor Pelagos 39. I almost say Black Bay because I'm so accustomed to say that. But yeah, the Tudor Pelagos 39. And actually, I'm surprised that this watch, I really like it so much more than I had the Black Bay 58. Now this is my watch. This is my diver's watch. I really use this watch a lot. This is the third most used watch in 2022. I really love this watch. I really love the bezel, the dial that darkens, like with different lights. It darkens and the bezel brightens, so it kind of gives you this ghosted bezel vibe, and it's really cool. I really like the Pelagos in red. The overall fit of the watch doesn't look too small, and it's one of those watches that for me is the Submariner homage killer. Seriously, just get this one and forget about all the Submariner homages that you have, and you'll be so pleased with this watch. So now we move on to my last purchase of 2022, and this is the GS SBGH 273, something like that. Maybe I'm saying that wrong, but this is the Shubun dial. This is the autumn night or something like that. This Heritage GS has. This has the case of the Cistic 2 GS, and I really like this case. For me, this is my favorite case of Grand Seiko. I really like this more than the white birch, because the white birch is just very straight on the lugs. It's just very shiny. This one kind of like plays with some angles, and I really like what they've done with that. I love that this doesn't have a bezel. It's just the crystal just right there protruding from the case, and it just looks so pure, and it allows light to go into the dial, and it just looks freaking amazing. The indexes are just beautiful, and really pleased with this watch, and this is going to be a keeper. I think a really cool watch, and for me it is a alternative to the Rolex Datejust. One of the watches that I didn't think that made the core of my collection is the Serica 5303, the midnight blue one, and this watch just blew me away when I received it. Very well packaged, and overall incredible quality. The strap, I really, it's just amazing, and the color of the bezel is just beautiful, and it goes with all the watch. The blue is just a very dark blue. It's just a different watch to have, and it is an amazing watch to have. I really like that it has the integrated strap with the integrated bracelet. I haven't seen this in other brands, and I really like it. Well, I've seen this in other way, but in the new watch that I review, well, I unboxed, that is the Bleu Vitruve. That watch is amazing. Make sure you go and check out that unboxing, because it's just a cool watch that has an integrated mesh strap. So take note, Omega. These watches are amazing, and they integrated the straps, and they don't have any bulkiness here. So, just saying. So now I want to talk about my heirlooms that I got throughout my watch collecting. So I have two heirlooms from my grandfathers, my grandparents. One from my mother, one from my dad. Both of my grandparents are not here with us, unfortunately, but they inherit me these two watches. One is the Longines that my grandpa used to wear every single day. I restored that watch for him, so this is a watch that for me is super significant. This watch is very important for me because I restored that watch for him. The watch was like the crystal was cracked. It was very dirty, the dial, and one of the hands was broken. So I restored that watch for him, and he was very grateful and very happy to see that watch again, like in a mint condition, like very new. And he told me that he's gonna inherit this watch to me. So right before he passed away, he inherited this watch, and I couldn't be more grateful and super happy to have this watch in my collection. It always reminds me of my granddad. So the other one is a Seiko quartz. It kind of looked like a Rolex Datejust with a president, with a president bracelet. And it is in stainless steel and gold. It is just painted gold, but it is PVD gold. But it's a very, very cool watch. I really use that watch when I'm in some formal occasions, when I want to remember my granddad. And I'm just very, very happy that he gave this to me. As you can see, the back side of this watch has Louis 50. That's when my grandmother and my grandfather complete 50 years of marriage. So they got these watches for them. Now I have them, and I'm just very happy. So now I'm going to cover the watches that my wife has given to me throughout our relationship and marriage life. She got me a Timex Marlin in 34 millimeters, the manual wind one. That's just, it always gets me smiling with this watch because I really love how it looks. Very vintage, but it's modern. And she gave this to me when I turned 30. The other watch that she gave to me is the one that she gave to me when I proposed to her. She gave to me an Omega Speedmaster Reduced, which I really, really love. And I've tried to buy the 42 millimeters, the professional, and I don't really like that watch that much as the Reduced. The Reduced has perfect proportions. It's automatic. It's not great. It's not that the movement is better than the Moonwatch. The Moonwatch is the Moonwatch. The Moonwatch has the incredible movement and the hand-wound movement, and is ready for space. The Reduced is kind of like a little brother sibling that if you cannot pull that off, you can wear that one. But I really love that watch. I really love the kind of neo-vintage aesthetic, and I'm really happy with this watch. So now we go to the Tag Heuer Link and GMT that my father-in-law gave to me when I asked the hand of his daughter in marriage, and he gave this watch to me in his acceptance. So I'm really, really happy that he handed me this watch. He always told me a story how he got this watch, and it's really amazing. He always told me every single time this story, and I really love the story. And now I have this watch, and I'm super, super happy and grateful with him. So this is a very, very rare Tag Heuer. I've never seen this before, and I really like it. It is a true GMT, and I really love it. And when I travel, I use this watch. So now we go to the watch that my father had many, many years ago. My mother gave this watch to him when he turned, I think 40, or 35. I don't remember. I think it's 40. He turned 40 or 45, and my mother, he gave this watch to him. It is a Citizen Titanium Eco Drive. It has all these functions. It doesn't function very well right now. I got it serviced, but it just it's not working well, even though with the service. But I really, really like this watch. It's kind of like a 2000s vibe, and I really like it. Sometimes I use it just for fun, and it just reminds me that my dad is not that into watches, but he wore one watch, and he gave me this, and it's all scratched up, and I really like it. This titanium watch, and I enjoy it. So now we move on to the watches that I've acquired to review in the channel. Well, the first one we're gonna see is the Isotope Tangerine color. This is a beautiful watch. It's a 300 millimeters of water resistant watch, 40 millimeters of diameter, and the case is very nice. It's super soft with that bit blasted, micro blasted case. Finishing, I really like that the lume is yellow, and that looks incredible. And also the bezel is lumed, and I really like the aesthetic of this watch. When I want to have a fun watch and a colorful watch, I wear this one. So the next watch that we're going to look at is the Q Timex GMT. This watch just amazed me because it's a GMT quartz movement and it's a Swiss movement, and I really like this watch. I'm not a huge fan of GMTs. I really like them, but I'm not a huge fan of the true GMT because it's very difficult. Very difficult to use if you don't go anywhere, if you don't travel. So I really like the office GMT. I really like to take other times when I'm right here in Mexico. So now I'm tracking Paris and London. So I have these two in other watches, these two time zones, and I can track everything with this watch. So I really liked it. So then we have the Omega Moon Swatch, the Swatch Omega Moon Swatch. I don't know how to call it. And this is the Jupiter. I got this one at retail price. I thought that they were not going to be selling this one here in Mexico, but they did, and I got the opportunity to get one, and just I got it because I had to. This is a very important watch in the watch world. It's a cool watch to have. Then I have another Timex Q, and this is the Chrono one. I really like this watch because the design, this tells me that you don't have to buy an expensive watch to have a cool design. This watch just looks amazing on the wrist. It feels cool. The 70s vibe that this gives and the automotive vibe that this gives is cool, it's nice, and I really like the colors, the combination of colors. This is not a white subdials. They are kind of a creamy off-white look, and it just works. And it reminds me a lot of the Zenith Chronomaster 38 millimeters. It just looks amazing. Then we move on to one of my most important watches that I acquired to review on the channel. Then that is the Smith's Everest with the gilt dial. This one, I really like it. This was, I think, my first microband that I bought. If not, it is the Ginault. But this one is just beautiful. I really wanted a vintage Rolex Explorer. In that time, I couldn't have it, so I bought this one, and I was really thrilled that I could buy one because it's very difficult to get one with all the guys that want to have it and the limited run that Smiths do or time factors. And I got one. I was very happy for the money. It's an incredible watch. I really like the look, the gilt dial. I put on a Jubilee strap. It just looks amazing. It just gives me this vintage vibe of the Rolex Explorer 1016, and I really like it. I really dig it. So then we move up to the Ginault Ocean Rover 2. This one has the Sandloom dial, and I really like that watch. This watch, I don't know why, replaced my my Black Bay 58. I do like a lot this watch. I was looking for a Rolex Submariner homage of the 40 millimeter watch vintage, and right before the 5-digit one. And this just is the best homage there is, period, for that Rolex Submariner. I then acquired a Submariner 41, no date, but that watch, I think it felt very big on my wrist, and with all the insecurity stuff, I really didn't want to, wear it, and I sold that watch. Then we go to one of my favorite micro brands, that it is Brew, and the Brew Metric. The Brew Metric in the silver dial is just amazing. I don't care that it is a quartz or a micro quartz. The watch looks beautiful. It wears nice. The 70 vibes is just incredible. Then this is something else that I haven't seen in other watches. I really like these subdials. One is bigger because it's very important than the seconds of the running hours, and that one just tells you the time passing of the chronograph. So that is a cool watch. And the thing is that I am a very I am a coffee junkie, and I really like to time my coffee, and this one allows me to do that. So this is just so cool. Then we move on to the Traska commuter, and I got this one in the green mint, in the mint green, sorry. And this watch just surprised me how well it wears in the wrist and how it feels and how it doesn't even scratch a bit using it and using it again and using it for every single thing and vacations and on the sand and on the beach. This watch just takes it very nicely and it's a very, very capable watch and just reminds me a lot of my OP that now I don't have, my OP Blue. I really miss my OP 36, but I got the best Rolex for me, that is the Explorer. Now we move on to two watches that I probably gonna sell, but I really like them. I got these watches for a review, do a review on the channel, and this is just a beautiful new Seiko that is the Seiko GMT, the SSK, and it's just beautiful in the blue and how the bezel shines in the under part, and it just looks amazing. The really thing that I didn't like about this watch is just that it's not an SKX, and I really miss my SKX, and this does not cut it. And I think I'm gonna pass on this one. If anyone would like to buy this one for me, from me, just go ahead and write me, and I'll send you a watch for any price. I don't know. Let's just talk about it. Then we have the King Turtle. This is an incredible watch that I really, really like, and I don't want to sell it, but I don't use it that much because I have my Tag Heuer. This one is just beautiful. The green goes with everything. The strap is just beautiful and incredible. I really, really like, and it surprised me that I like the magnification of the date on the date. It has a ceramic bezel, a sapphire crystal, a very reliable movement, and the case, I thought that even though it's 46 millimeters, it just wears incredible. Now we move on to a mod that a dear friend of mine made for me. He gifted it to me on my birthday, and I'm just super, super excited with this watch because I really wanted a Tag Heuer 36 millimeters, one of vintage professional 200, and with the Jubilee, and he made me a 36 millimeter, kind of like that. It's just beautiful. The blue color reminds me of the Smurf of Rolex, and the watch just wears incredible. It has an NH35 movement in it, and I really, really like this watch. Thank you to JTR. He makes mods. If you want to buy a mod from him, I'm gonna leave all his information below. This is just an incredible watch. He makes everything you want, anything you want, he can make it for you, and he'll send it right away. So then we go to an interesting watch that this is the NTH, a collection of Submariners that they made from Tudor and Rolex combined. They do a homage of a Tudor Submariner, and I really liked it. I didn't have the Tudor Pelagos 39 didn't went out when I bought this watch. And I really was craving for a Tudor Submariner, snowflake hand, and this came out with NTH with the collaboration of Watch Gecko, and I really, really dig the watch. I got it. It was really, really well packaged. The box that it comes in it doubles as a travel pouch, and it's really cool to have that. This watch, I love the blue, love the bezel is very crunchy, and the overall look is super cool. Now we're going to talk about one of the watches that I have right here, right now on my wrist. This is the CWC G22, and I just like this watch. I really like the easy to wear, not noticeable watch, very cool colors, very monochromatic. I like the lume of this watch. The indexes are just on your face. You can read exactly the watch very easy with just a glance. The watch, it doesn't feel on the wrist. It feels super comfortable. The nylon strap that comes with tubular nylon strap is just very durable and super comfortable. And the watch is just nice to have a automatic, military watch that is approved to be a military watch and to have the broad arrow. So yeah, it's a super cool watch. Then we have the St. Martins. My St. Martins that I have on my collection, they are 2 of them. I already gifted some of the ones that I had and sell all the ones, but these ones are the ones that I really like. This is the Rolex Explorer Homage 36 millimeters. And I am very impressed with this watch. Still on this day, I put on my Rolex Explorer and then I put on this one, and actually they feel almost the same. The vibe is almost the same, and I really like the overall finishing of the St. Martin, and the vibe that this gives. It's just a super cool watch for $300, and for a brand that is from China, it's just amazing the quality that you have. Then I bought the Ranger, and that just blew me away. That Ranger Homage, that is what Tudor should have done instead of the 39, but thankfully St. Martin make this homages, and I bought one, and I'm very impressed. I actually made a video of comparing these 2 and the Rolex Explorer, so make sure to watch it out. I'm gonna link it right here. Well, I think that's it for all my SOTC, my state of the collection. These are some of the watches I'm gonna sell them, some of them not. I'm gonna change all the ones. Let's see which ones stay, and let's see which ones go, and which ones I acquired in 2023. Let me know in the comments down below if you like my collection, and which one would you sell, and which ones would you stay with, and yeah, comment, subscribe, like. If you don't want to do any of that, just enjoy the video, and thanks for watching. So that's been it for today, and remember guys, I am Andy, and I'll be here spending time watching time.